Hello viewers, this video is primarily about the question, how bad can an $80 smartphone be? This particular $80 phone that we have here is called the Optus X Power. Today I'm going to be running a browser test, a gaming test, and a camera test just to show you how appalling something this cheap can be. If you really desire specs on something as bad as this, well, I'm about to tell you them right now. So it's apparently got an 8 megapixel rear camera, which shows up as 13 megapixels in the software. Odd. A 5 megapixel front camera, which I can say is correct. A 4,000 milliamp hour battery, which actually is probably the best thing about this phone. A headphone jack. Wow, iPhone 11 Pro Max. Feel jealous. A micro USB port. Lame 5-watt charging. A body made out of plastic. 1 gigs of RAM. 16 gigabytes of storage. And a Snapdragon 210 for the CPU. Now for the browser test. Right now I'm scrolling TechRadar and there's not a whole lot of stutter that's noticeable, but there's quite a few things here that's failing to load. Now let's switch over to JB Hi-Fi for reference. And text doesn't load properly. It's in the wrong font right now. So not a massive amount of lag, but not great either. If I type in YouTube, it takes a while. My internet's pretty slow, but still, this is kind of appalling. Notice how it doesn't respond to your touch immediately. Bonus for the browser test, a YouTube test. Spoiler alert, it's not going to be great. Let's just click on this random Mr. Who's the Boss video. And it struggles to load. Once again, I'm not sure if it's my Wi-Fi or the device. But I can say the device should be guilty for more than you expect because, well, Snapdragon 210 and 1 gig of RAM, not so good. Now for the gaming test. You're going to hear this device's glorious speakers while we play Clash Royale. And it randomly just shuts off. This is about normal when it comes to experience with this device. Even on Wi-Fi this slow, my phone would have been loaded ages ago and I probably would have been starting a match. But with the X Power, well, not so much. Also, can I just mention that this body is made out of plastic? You see that little LED? That's actually part of the motherboard. Because this device has been dropped, and because the front body is made out of plastic, it's, yeah, pretty terrible. Moving on to the back. And the game just loads. That's great. It's firmly just plastic. What else can you expect? It's just plastic. And not very great plastic either, since it's cracked over time. Remember those days when they used to have the speakers on the back and it sounded terrible? And now it's just going back to the home screen. So the gaming test failed because the device won't even open a game. Now for the camera test. Now looking at this power outlet in real life compared to in the X Power's camera, it already looks terrible. It just looks lacking in detail, kind of underexposed. Everything appears blue, which is a problem with the color balance. And if we zoom, the detail gets even worse. Zoom back out. Not doing a great job here. Now for the front camera. Oh yeah, did I forget to tell you? It's at low battery right now, which means, guess what? You're not going to be able to use the front camera. If you're wondering what the resolution is, 13 megapixels when it likes, but sometimes it'll only let you use 8. Front camera's not much better, and is actually probably worse at 5 megapixels only. It's also a very small sensor. Which doesn't help. If you're in the market for a phone as cheap as this one, spoiler alert, don't buy this. So in conclusion, if you're on a very, very tight budget, I suggest you go look for like a refurbished iPhone 5S or something. Don't buy this. You're setting yourself up for utter disappointment.